Mrs. Lagarde, we've heard many times that Cyprus is not a template for the future and that deposits in the rest of the Eurozones are safe. Nonetheless, there is a big discussion about whether large depositors should participate in future bank rescues. What do you think?
I think it's an issue that is debated within Europe amongst partners, and they need to give certainty. This is the priority. It's not for me to debate exactly how they will tailor those issues, but what is needed is certainty, predictability, and coordination on a global basis. That's what investors are very keen to know. What is the ranking order, and how consistent is it across borders?
It seems that Greece is doing good with the numbers, is improving its finances, even though most of the Greek people, the average Greek people suffer, and the unemployment is the highest in Europe. Are you concerned with the negative effects the program has in the Greek society?
The Greek society is a huge concern, and unemployment of people in general, but young people in particular, is of course a huge concern. So everything that can be done to improve growth, to turn the corner, and to hopefully see some positive growth, which we hope will be next year, will be critical to boost morale and to engage in this process, which is needed. The second thing I would say is that the burden has to be shared fairly. It should not always fall on the same people. It's not just wages in the private sector or pensions in the private sector. Everybody has to contribute, and that is beginning to happen, but it needs to be pursued.
I would like to ask you about public administration reform and the dismissals in the public sector. Many analysts in Greece say that actually what you're trying to do is fire all those who are getting paid with high wages and hire instead young people with minimum wages.
It's certainly not what we are planning or designing as a program. However, it is fair to offer jobs to people who are qualified, who are keen to work, and have been unemployed, in consideration for those who either don't turn up for work, do not perform, and should not necessarily be given a job for a lifetime. I think that's a principle which everybody would stand by.
And who is going to evaluate who is good and who is best and who is worst?
I think what has happened is a law was voted back in April, the omnibus legal instrument. It's now, for the Greek authorities to implement as is required by law.
In the coming months, it is a critical period for the implementation of the Greek program, and I'm wondering if are you concerned that the challenges the government has to take on different issues might put at risk the political stability and the effort overall in implementing the measures?
What we have seen lately, and which is a breakthrough, is much stronger political endorsement and buy-in to support the reforms. It wasn't the case 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It has improved significantly, and it's usually based on the experience we have of such programs, a key component of success.
Tax evasion is one of the areas that Greece, as you said, must make progress. Why do you think that Greece doesn't have effective results, especially among rich tax evaders?
I would certainly support any move, any improvement to actually collect revenues, particularly from those who are evading tax. And to that end, the independence of the tax authorities and the tax agencies in charge of collecting revenue is absolutely critical.
Mrs. Lagarde, thank you very much for this interview to the Greek public television.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.